Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in the Western Hemisphere, and to the rest scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth who look like the other nations, but through the patrilineal lineage go back to the Hebrew Israelites. Klauss says humans who refuse to merge with AI will soon become extinct. Klauss says humans who refuse to merge with AI will soon become extinct. Okay, and this is the headline that reads on this article from the website thepeoplesvoice.tv. And it reads, World Economic Forum founder Klauss has warned that humans who refuse to merge with artificial intelligence will soon find that they have no place in society. And what is this alluding to? This is alluding to the fact that if you do not get on board with the program, which we already know, pursuant to prophecy, that they're going to roll out with this mark, where in order for you to buy and sell and participate on their grid, you're going to have to take this mark, okay? And what is he saying? He says, World Economic Forum founder Klaus Schwab says, or should I say he warns that humans who refuse to merge with artificial intelligence will soon find that they have no place in society, okay? You're going to be outcast. You're going to be, the bottom of the barrel. There's not going to be any need for you no more in this society, okay? And this new world agenda, just switch the agenda with order, and you don't serve any purpose at all. They can't use you, okay? You're bumping up against the system. You're refusing to capitulate with their orders. So therefore, you're going to be useless. You're going to have no place in the new society. It goes on to read, speaking at the 2024 World's Government Summit, Schwab declared that humanity is transitioning into a new era where humankind will transition into the intelligent age. Transhumanism, the fourth industrial revolution, where they're going to merge human with machine. How? By the way of the mark, okay? You're going to be integrated with this new technology that they already have, showcased on a smaller scale with this patient and Neuralink that's received that brain mark. You're going to put this on a grand scale, okay? And you're going to have to get on board with it. And if not, you're going to find yourself soon extinct in this society, this new society that they're, showcasing. Now it goes on to read, well, you know what? Let's play this clip right here. And above this clip, it says, now we are speaking not just about the fourth industrial revolution, we are speaking about the transition of humankind into a new era, which is not just characterized by technology. Okay, let's see and hear what Klaus Schwab has to say.
And when I was speaking here 7 years ago, after having written a book about the fourth industrial revolution, I showed how this revolution will change how we live, how we act, how we communicate, how we produce, and how we consume. Now, we are speaking not just about the fourth industrial revolution. We are speaking about the transition of humankind into a new era, which is not just characterized by technological change. A new era where humankind will enjoy many more opportunities and possibilities. It's a transition. It's a transition from the we first had the transition about 100 years ago from the agricultural society to the industrial society. But today, we speak about the transition into what I would call the intelligent age. And I did something maybe unusual. I took ChatGPT and I had a long discussion with ChatGPT, with my pot, if I may say so, to see how this new era will look like. And finally, I had about 20 pages of text, and I asked ChatGPT, summarize the text and tell me now, based on our discussion, how will the new era, the intelligent era, look like? And I read you the text. Envisioning a future propelled by the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution, we see a new dawn of human civilization, one that harmonizes technology with the deepest needs and aspirations of humanity. This vision unfolds within a society where artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of the Things, 3D printing, genetic engineering, quantum computing become the foundations of our daily life.
Okay, you heard you heard that second from last one he said, genetic engineering, okay? They want to engineer your genetics and merge them alongside with, artificial intelligence, okay? And that's going to all encompass on that mark. It's going to have everything that you need, okay, on that little grain, the size of a rice, okay? It's going to have your, passport, your medical records, your currency, anything that you need to operate in the society is going to have, okay? It's all going to be encompassed on that little, size of a grain of a rice, mark they're going to put inside you, okay? Now let's see if there's anything else that we could read on this site before we go and get a couple of scriptures. All right, it says Schwabb told the audience he questioned ChatGPT about what the next wave of human evolution will look like and conclude a new dawn of human civilization approaches. The deepest needs and aspirations of humanity will be harmonized with technology such as AI, robots, the Internet of Things, 3D printing, genetic engineering. There it goes again. Quantum computing and more, according to the AI chat system. So if you don't get on board with this new movement, this fourth industrial revolution, you're going to be left behind because why? There's not going to be a place for you in this new society, okay? You can try to fight against it all you want and try to, say you're not going to, capitulate and do what they say. But if you don't have this mark, you're not going to be able to operate on their system, okay? Whether you need, medical assistance, whether that be in the form of you going to the doctors, whether that be, visit to the ER, whatever it is, they're going to have some type of form of identity to show who you are. And you're not going to be able to prove that with nothing other than that mark, okay? So this is it. This is where we headed to, okay? So it's here. It's just a matter of time before they roll out with it, okay? So now let's go and get a few scriptures and let's take it from there. Okay, we are in the book of Psalm 64, and let's just jump down to verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, okay? And this is what they do. They work iniquity in these secret councils, okay? You seen this one right here was the government summit, okay? This is what they do. They come up with these next goals of theirs for the next 5, 10, however many years they think that they have left, okay? and they project it onto the society or onto the public where they see things going at. But they're not going to give you the whole, rundown. They're just going to give you bits and parts of it, okay? And it's through this word that we are able to filter it out and get a better understanding, all right? So it says, hide me from the secret counsels of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword. Let's go into that word and see what it means, okay? Whet.
Strong's H8150. Shanan. Shanan.
Shanan, okay? And one of the definitions is to sharpen, okay? They sharpen their tongue. They make these words sharp and they make them, plain for the, ones that have discernment to see. Okay, it says to sharpen, to teach, incisively, to be pierced, okay? So they sharpen their what? Let's read it. It says, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, okay? And these are bitter words, okay? You hearing it right here before your own, 2 eyes, that what? They getting ready to roll this thing out, And a lot of people are going to be taken off, guard by it, going to be cut off guard by it because they're not ready, okay? They're going to, man, it's going to get a lot of people. It's going to catch a lot of people, man, because a lot of people trust in this system, all right? They rely on this system heavily. And when they have no protection or no hedge, they're going to be forced to take whatever it is that, these people are coming out with. And we know what it is pursuant to Revelation 13. It's that mark, all right? Now this is 2 Corinthians verse 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. So we're not ignorant of his devices. We know, through the prophecies of the Bible that what? He's getting ready to move. He's getting ready to implement this, okay? You seeing it. You hearing it, okay? How much more evidence do you need? So, they showing you, they wet their tongue, they sharpen it, they putting it for you to see as bitter words, to those that are in the know, in the truth. This is just validation, showing you that they getting ready to, make that move, okay? So it's only a matter of time. So you got to continue to, steadfast, in this truth. Don't waver, all right? Because it's going to come. Pursuant to what? Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And it's going to catch a lot of people off guard. It's going to catch a lot of people by surprise because they're not prepared for this, okay? They just going about their day, as a normal day. And all of a sudden, something's going to come and get them. And they're going to have to, be prepared to take whatever it is that, they're going to come with. And we know, pursuant to Isaiah, the 31st chapter, that many are going to go down there and get that, assistance, that aid. And it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. And that's why they're going to be caught off guard, because when they had the opportunity to seek Yahweh, they chose not to. And they don't have any clue or idea of what's going on behind these secret councils, okay? They're going to be left out there in the dark to fend for themselves, and that's not going to be a pretty sight, all right? I just did a lesson on, making sure you have your armor on, because the incident that took place on Valentine's Day, which is a feast day, which Yahweh says, he hates your feast days, he despises them. And one person was, left unalive and others injured, so you seeing it, okay? It's only a matter of time. So, Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, because these days are coming closer and growing closer, okay? The end is near, okay, of this man rulership. And he's getting ready to, he's getting ready to roll out this, this mark, okay? It tells us in Revelation, the 12th chapter, and what? The 12th verse, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So he has to get ready to make this move and roll out this agenda, okay? So he's telling you, and he's getting ready to show you in a little bit, all right? And he knows that he can tell you why, because he knows for the most part, a majority of people are going to rely on this new age, this new technology, this fourth industrial revolution, okay? They can't help it because they have no, alternative, way to go about, buying and selling, okay? They've, hitched their wagon to the society. And by, that alone is going to cause them to receive the next move that these people are getting ready to roll out to the mass, okay? And it's that mark spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Let's go there. Revelation 13 in verse 16. And it reads, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, okay? So you're going to have to either get one or the other or both, okay? The forehead, that could be the one, just, speculating that allows you to have the Internet of Things on it, allows you to do more as opposed to just being able to buy and selling with the one in your hand, okay? Not saying that you won't be able to buy and sell with the one in your forehead, but the one in your forehead may be for the, well-to-off be individuals who can, afford the upgrade, okay? But make no mistake about it, this will be mandated, because it reads and says, and he causes. When you go into that word causes, one of the definitions is make. So he, speaking of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to make or mandate this to be, in effect. All right. And it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. That's the key thing, okay? You're not going to be able to buy or sell on this man's grid in his new age, his new era, without having this mark. That's why he says those who refuse are going to be extinct, okay? Roughly, paraphrasing it. But we read the article and the headline, what it says, okay? He said those who refuse to accept this will be left behind. There won't be a place for them in the new society, okay? Why? Because you're not going to be able to operate without it. So it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. And no, it's not no jihad headband. I did a lesson on that as well, because one of these, so-called pastors or preachers tried to go into it and break it down and said that this number is referring to, a symbol of jihad, that they wear on their foreheads. No, that's completely wrong. It's completely going off. It has nothing to do with a jihad headband, okay? It is indeed talking about the mark that you put in your right hand or in your forehead, and they're going to, pierce the skin and implant this mark inside of you. And you're going to be on the grid and be able to buy and sell pursuant to what prophecy says. We're reading it here in Revelation. Okay? So, those of you who go down to Egypt and receive this mark, you will be able to buy and sell on their grid. And those of you who don't, you're going to be left out there in the cold, in the dark, to fend for yourself and become extinct pretty much. And if you don't have Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai on your side, You're completely finished already as it is, okay? So this is what it is, and this is how it's going to be. So, either you get along or get on board with it, or you get left behind, all right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is it, all right? So this is the lesson. We ain't going to make it too long. You get the gist of it. So let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 8, and let's go ahead and close out from there. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8, and it reads, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour." He putting it out there. He's pretty much telling you how they all think in these secret councils. If you don't get on board with it, you're going to be extinct, okay? And we know exactly what he's talking about without him actually having to say it, because we know prophecy, okay? And we read and we see for ourselves. We're not ignorant of his devices unless he should get an advantage of us. Who? Satan, the adversary, okay? So we've already, prepared for this. We just going ahead and saying, hey, roll it out, man. Do your worst, as they say, okay? Nothing that you can't do that we ain't already, in the truth ready and prepared for, okay? Through the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's why we continue to, pray and ask the Most High that he doesn't remove his Holy Spirit from off of us, because we're going to need it in these times that we getting ready to come into, okay? That's why it says be sober, be vigilant, okay? Because you're going to need it. This man getting ready to roll. When he roll, it ain't no, he going to turn back. And no, he going to roll and he going to do it and he going to come, all out with it, all right? This is just how it's going to be. And it's going to catch a lot of people off guard when he do, okay? They ain't going to know what to do, to so much that they going to do whatever it is that he tells them. They're going to acquiesce to all his demands and his, requirements that they need in order to continue to buy and sell on this grid for whatever reason, all right? So, to the elect, we praying that we endure unto the end, and that we make it all the way up into the chariots, all right? So with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom.